Salutations, welcome to another exciting episode of the Mirage Monarch. My name is Phil, AKJC Servant, and yeah, we got another episode here of Old Man versus the Meta featuring Mirage Monarch. She is very anti-meta. Alright, so I'm ready to go on and do the next story arc, I believe. Let's take a look. Let's just recap where we're at. We're very close. Like Fallout Queen, which just hit 22. And Fallout Queen had 111 reward merits. Mirage Monarch has 134. So you can see that, but now Mirage Monarch is a little bit further ahead in level, but you can see they're kind of neck and neck now with the reward merits. So for those who've been keeping track of both characters, Fallout Queen and Mirage Monarch, Fallout Queen being on the hero side, Mirage Monarch being, of course, on the villain side, you'll note that in the first 15 levels or so, that Mirage Monarch had a lot more reward merits. But now that the dust has kind of settled, we're in our 20s now, they're kind of neck and neck, more or less. So their wealth is roughly neck and neck. So there is that. Now, Fallout Queen has a little bit less influence, like 10 million less, because I bought Mission Teleporter. I don't believe I've bought it on Mirage Monarch yet. I don't really need as much on villain side, because villain put their quest pretty much in the same areas, and you don't hop around as much on villains. And I am streaming this as normal, so you'll hear me talking to the chat as we're going through. Windmill says he's planning on logging into the game this weekend. I certainly hope so. It could be a lot of fun. I'll also be doing some gaming this weekend with any luck. Alright, so we did all the 1 through 9. Oh, we have to do Rogue's Contest. I've really been putting this off. Those of you who've been watching know that I've been putting this off. But I must put it off no longer. I can't put it off any longer. I gotta do this one, guys. I have to do it. This is going to exemplar me down. That's okay. Alright, this one, sit back, buckle up, boys. This is a before. Yeah, that's a new image of Mirage Monarch. Probably make it a little bit too big there, but you get the gist. That's a new image there of Mirage Monarch we did there with Gemini. Yeah, she is all about illusions. Alright, let's read this. The Heart of Darkness, Rogue's Contest, healthy competition. You would believe me to be a ghoul, and I assume your self-image is that of the misunderstood protagonist, is it? Or maybe the snarling monster with the secret heart of gold, or perhaps someone cursed to a life they did not want. Bah, I'm not here to trade barbs with someone of your like. Whoa, uh-oh. I kind of hit the button there and... However, what I am going to do is offer you, Mirage Monarch, a formal invitation to a very exclusive, albeit unsanctioned competition. Before you dismiss this opportunity, know this. The victor of the trial shall be granted the privilege of being apprenticed, if you will, to a person with very important connections. Dr. Graves looks around at nearby rhino scars in a rather dramatic fashion before fixing his soulless eyes upon you. Very, very important connections. I'm listening, Graves. What do you need to make this happen? I'm glad to see that your ambition overshadows your attitude, Mirage Monarch. You'll need both if you expect to surpass the others in the eyes of the one who's truly watching. With that said, let us tarry no longer with this conversation. Actions speak louder than words, and if you try hard enough, sometimes louder than screams. I will give you the location you are to register at. Use the registration console within the gathering place to prove your intent, and I shall speak to you further. So this is, if you've done the twin shot story arc on the hero side, this is essentially almost a villain counterpart. It's the more wordy, drawn-out story arc with some rambunctious personalities is what you're going to get with this. So this is an example of you being exemplar to 9, but I'm going to keep my powers that I had picked up to 14, which includes Mystic Flight. So I can still fly around at this level because of the way exemplaring down works. So we'll head on over here, and there will be definitely some more storyline to go on here. This appears to be the location of Dr. Graves instructed you to meet at. You'll need to find the registration console. Chug, 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 chug. This looks like the registration console Dr. Graves told you to use when you showed up. Large flashing words indicate that you should choose one of the buttons below the screen. Insert blood, hair, or hand sample, or refuse to provide a sample. Words stream across the display. All candidates must submit biological samples or face immediate termination. A mechanical arm extends from the console. At the end of the arm is what appears to be something that could only be described with one word. Probe. Before you can react, the arc goes to work procuring a rather painful sample of your body. Analyzing. Matter composition. No traces of no longbow nutritional supplements detected. You'll pay. Genetic analysis. Subject missing one strand of DNA with an early strand sequence. Anomaly recorded. Wait, did you just say I'm missing DNA? GMAP database query results. Subject matches no known genetic match from the SAM database. Interpol records show 2 known matches. Further inquiries prevented due to triple black secret clearance information lockout. 2 matches? How that even possible? Psychological profile. Subject shows signs of narcissism normally associated with sociopathic disorders. Additional negative traits evidenced are the following: delusions of grandeur, persecution complex, poor impulse control, and exceptional gullibility. When have I ever been gullible? Oh, hold on. Final analysis. Subject has failed the first test. Initiate self-destruct. Well, at least you're not as gullible as you would seem. You've passed the initial test. Let us talk. And you can see he's the mastermind with zombies. Do not congratulate yourself too quickly. This was but the first of many tests you will need to pass if you're to win the right to face our faceless master's protege, the right to be our faceless master's protege. And what would have happened if I failed? You would have made yourself useful in other ways. For instance, I could have likely found a use for any undamaged limbs that still remained. However, there will be time to pursue that line of thinking later. In the meantime, we need to gather the rest of your candidates so I may explain the rules to all of you. Other rules? I want to answer now's Graves. My, rather demanding, are we? Allow me to point out that currently you are not in a position to make any demands. Perhaps things may change in the future, but for now, you will be following my instructions if you wish to be part of the trial. Now follow me as we gather the rest. I believe I saw Amacor nearby. I'll do as you say for now. So, let me turn off my Mirage here. My invisibility cloak. I'm not the biggest fan of being his little errand boy here and whatever. You're to be one of my rivals? You? If you are an indicator of the type of competition I'm to expect, then it would seem this contest is ended before it's even begun. And you believe I view you as a threat? I couldn't care less what simple beliefs you hold. What was it again, Mirage Monarch? The fact remains that I am by far your superior on an intellectual level, and by the looks of you, on a physical level as well. These indisputable facts are all that are important. You may wish to spare yourself the humiliation of me besting you by just leaving now. So you plan to beat me with pathetic hollow threats? And you will see how pathetic my threats are when you are staring at your legs on the other side of the room and wondering where your torso went. Care for a demonstration? If it actually means doing something, then sure. Omnicore looks at Dr. Graves with what you believe to be glaring hatred from behind her mask. A moment later, she screams in frustration and looks back at you. I will not let someone like you ruin my chance at gaining unimaginable power. We'll finish this another time, Mirage Monarch. I'm looking forward to it, Omnicore. She just chucks her head towards the manner of the newcomer, Zephyr. And what exactly are you supposed to be? You look like a lame excuse for a fog machine. You should hear what I think you look like, Omnicore. What? How dare you? Both of you. I will no longer tolerate this from either of you. I may not be allowed to kill either of these miscreants, but I will not lower myself to speaking to them any longer. It's about time you shut up. You look and talk with Zephyr. I can't believe you just let her talk to you that way, and you just let her get away with it. Just saying. Who are you supposed to be? Me? I'm Zephyr. You know, like the wind. No, I am the wind. You know, like the whole whoosh. Crash your ship into a shoal and now you're gonna drown. Boo-hoo. Now cry your eyes out, you wuss. That kind of wind, you know? And man, I gotta say, that kind of thing never gets old, I'm telling you. So you're telling me you're the Zephyr Wind? Yeah. I thought it was pretty clear about that the first couple of times I said it, but hey, you know, whatever. Oh yeah, and I'm also like the one who's gonna kick your butt in the competition too. Wait, why is the wind you competing for the prize? I can admit it, you know. Ever since mankind got all technological like the robo-freak, it's hard to cause all kinds of pain and sorrow and all that junk. Stuff like making widows, or blowing down houses, or flapping up a gal's skirt. Oh well, I still do that one. Anyway, so to get to the point, one day I turned myself into, I'm no longer entertaining this conversation with you. Alrighty, so we'll move on to the next contestant. Oh, you're not going to hurt me, are you? I like how she's a little kitten on her shoulder. I did that with one of my characters back in live. That depends. Are you Dollface? Who's Doll? Dollface stops short as she's interrupted by Dr. Graves. Oh, yeah, I'm Dollface. You're one of the other contestants, I'm guessing? Look, kid, this contest is for grown-ups. Why don't you run along home? She glares at you. Hey, pal, I'm older than I look. Probably older than you from the looks of it. And who the heck are you anyway, turning your nose up at me, huh? Yeah, I can see you calling yourself that. So what makes you so special that you think you can beat someone like me? Do you, like, shoot frogs from your eyes or something? I have no desire to reveal my powers to you. Okay, calm down. I was just asking because I wanted to know if I was going to get all grossed out if I ever have to fight against you. First of all, it's not nice to hit a girl, but if you're going to start throwing puke at people or growing spikes from your body, well, I just don't want to see that kind of thing, okay? Then how do you expect to win? Oh, that's easy. I'm going to convince everyone that I'm the best for the job. I'm very talented at what I do. I wouldn't say I'm the best at what I do, but I'm pretty darn good at it. And if that doesn't work, then maybe I'll just stab you guys in the neck or something. I'm just kidding. You got real scared there, didn't you? Didn't they, Mr. Doctor? They got so scared they're going to run away. Just like how you're so scared, you're going to run away right now. Like now. I doubt the doctor's going to listen. I gotta leave. I gotta go and find Crosscut. He's so silly and a very nice man, and he listens really well too. Really well. Don't worry though. I don't know you guys well enough yet. I don't know what you like to hear, but maybe I will one day, you know. And then we can have a real fun time playing together. What'd you just do to him? What, little me do something? All I did was suggest to him that he had a better place to be. And I guess I was right, huh? It's a coincidence, you know? Sure it was a coincidence. Dr. Graves said that there was another person too. Maybe we should go find them. What was it? Cross-slicer or something like that? Dollface looks right into your eyes. I think it would be fun if we all went and looked for that guy. Don't you agree? Yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. Hey, Tammy. We're just reading through this Dr. Graves storyline because sooner or later have to do it. Oh, I guess some bad guys here. Bye. So any preference to the type of cut? A roast perhaps? Or perhaps some ribs? You gonna eat them? That would be a waste of such interesting textures, wouldn't you agree? No, I have something else in mind. Crosscut stares at you with a gargoyle-like gaze for a minute. Do you know you have very pretty eyes? What makes you say that? I was wondering if I could have them. Over my dead body. Oh, you are so kind. Yeah, okay, we're done. I shall now explain to you the rules of the contest. Now that we've all assembled, save for Omnicord, it's time for the proceedings to begin. I'm sure that each of you has many questions. Yes, and it's time to get some answers, Graves. Your impertinence has been noted, Mirage Monarch. Now then, each of you will be given a trial to test the strength of your powers. More important will be how you use them and on whom. Throughout these trials, your faceless benefactor shall be watching you and judging you. Once each of you has completed your test, we shall then move on to the true competition. For now, consider yourself only with how you can show that you are superior to your rivals. I can kill them all right now if you like. Will that work? No, Mirage Monarch, that will not work. All of you are prevented from killing each other upon threat of immediate disqualification and subsequent termination. I would suggest that you all abide by this rule. One other important thing to note: the one hosting this contest, the very same person who will grant you untold power, does not wish to be identified until the winner has been chosen. Thus, this tournament is unsanctioned by Arachnos. If any of you speak of this to anyone, you will not only be discredited, but will forever be known as a snitch. This, my friends, can in itself be a fate worse than death here within the Rogue Isles. You will await further instructions as the trials are being prepared. Now, let's go. I'll see you soon. And there's the first mission done. It was all story, really. Return to contact. Where am I at on the map? There I am. How you doing tonight, Tammy? Playing anything new, fun, and interesting? Alright, fly back to Graves here. And the funny thing is, I don't think this gives you a lot of reward merits at all. It's like a very long, drawn-out story arc for very little reward. I hope you paid attention to the rules, Mirage Monarch. They are quite important. I am giving you my contact information so that you can learn when your trial is to begin. Oh, and Earth, and good luck. You'll need it. The Heart of Darkness Rogues Contest. Undisciplined Disciple. Mirage Monarch, before the first round of the competition begins, we must be certain that the ever-present grasp of Arachnos has not been taken notice of our festivities. Thus, I assign each of you with the task of reducing your profile, your importance, if you will, in the eyes of those who govern the pecking order here in the Rogue Isles. In other words, make the arbiters believe you're not someone worth paying attention to for the time being. If I must, what must I do? You have most likely already spoken with the arbiters that grant you permission to increase your powers. Although they appear to regard you as just one of the teeming throng that litter the streets of Mercy Island, this is not truly the case. I suspect they've already taken a silent interest towards your activities, making your movement not as slight as you may believe. You'll need to make them think you're not worth considering for the time being. As part of your challenge, I will leave the details up to you. However, if I were to offer a suggestion, perhaps you may want to convince them that you are woefully inexperienced. In other words, tell them you're a noob. So, okie dokie. So we gotta go over here and talk to this arbiter. Facing 6-month-old, you're tired? Yeah, that'll do it. What is it you want, citizen? I am not required to speak with you unless you feel like you need training. Out with it already. So, you're a trainer, right? What kind of foolish question is that? Of course I'm a trainer. Arbiter Richard stares at you with extreme annoyance. Hold on a moment. You're Mirage Monarch, are you not? You've already been granted the right to increase your powers several times now. As a matter of fact, I believe I may have even granted you that right personally. What is this all about? I don't remember. I think I may have been, mind-wiped? Mind-wiped? I'm unaware of any local individuals that have been authorized the use of these powers, let alone designed to use them on you. Now speak up. Who was it that mind-wiped you? I don't remember. I was mind-wiped, remember? How convenient. All right. I'll play along for now. Arbiter Richard glares at you. To answer your original question, yes, I am a trainer. An arbiter, to be exact. You will come to me when you feel you can demonstrate increased powers through undertaking tasks that pleases Arachnos and Lord Recluse. If you can exhibit enough gained experience, I or another arbiter may judge you worthy of the privilege of increasing your powers. I forget what experience means. What? How could you forget something as simple as that? Experience is gained by combating those that Arachnos deems an enemy, or by undertaking special missions as well. Only a simpleton would ask such a ridiculous question. Oh yeah, I forgot. You've been mind-wiped. So maybe you've been mind-wiped too? I have not! Arbiter Richard viciously snarls as if he's seriously considering striking you. After a deep breath, he regains his composure. I have an idea. Let me help you, Mirage Monarch. I want you to go speak with Arbiter Unger in Port Oaks. I'm quite certain he will be more than happy to answer any and every question you have for him. Please be sure to ask him, I don't know, any little thing you've even the slightest bit curious about. Perhaps that you would like to know why the sky's blue? Well, then you be sure to ask, alright? That'll be fun, won't it? Travel south beyond the wall until you arrive at the ferry, at which point you can take it to Port Oaks West. Now, leave my presence. Immediately. Thank you so much for your help, Arbiter. Have a nice day. Whew. So, our Arbiter, that is kind of funny how it's basically sicking you on a different Arbiter. That gets a little chuckle out of me. You know, recipe just by flying around. Maybe all the Arbiters sound the same, or maybe this one, even though he looks the same, has a completely different accent. Citizen, if you be standing before me, that must mean you're claiming your right to increase your powers? You're in no way would be wasted here to waste my time, am I right? I mean, that'd be quite dangerous. Now, wouldn't you agree? Actually, Arbiter Richard directed me to you. Oh, he did now, did he? Well, is that what you need from me? What is it that he needs from me that he could not deal with himself? I wanted to know how fairies worked. You wanted to know how fairies worked? And he sent you to me to ask me how fairies work. Let me make sure I understand this correctly. Arbiter Richard, rather than answer this pathetic question himself, sent you to me? And he very specifically said to you that you were to speak to Arbiter Unger. Am I understanding this right? No, sir. He said speak to that brown-nosing Unger. Brown-nosing? Arbiter Unger clenches his teeth. I see now very well. I'll answer your question, citizen. The ferries are about one means of transportation throughout the islands that make up the Rogue Isles. By the grace of Lord Recluse, these ferries are free to use and will take you to a number of different ports. You can use them anytime you wish, reducing the time it would take to travel there through the conventional means. Know this, although Arachnos has provided you means of transportation, we do not provide you protection in your journeys. If you wander into a neighborhood with individuals far more powerful than you, your body will be unceremoniously dumped into the ocean. Similar to what I have in mind for Richard when I next see him. You're gonna kill him? Are arbiters allowed to do that? What? Oh no, you mistake me. I would never lay a hand upon one of my fellow arbiters, even a buffoon like Sir Richard. However, I understand he is dealing with the problem of the corrupt police force within his purview. When the Rogue Island police force start winding up in the hospital after a spate of mysterious attacks, well, I'm quite certain their police chief will want answers from Richard personally. And when that's all done, I'll be curious to see whose nose is browner. Now then, I've answered your question. Unless you've got real business with me, I suggest that you go about your day somewhere else. Bugger off. I understand. I'll be on my way now. Now I'm supposed to assault the corrupt cops in Mercy Island by deleting, erasing, defeating. How about defeat? Let's do defeating 10 RIPs. Rogue Island Policies. Nope. Count on one, Rogue Island Police. Be nice if I didn't get stuck on the geometry there. Actually, I think they're on the most. Oh, we got some right here. A ripper. I love the fact the police are called rippers. Six, count them, six Rogue Island Police. Be Oh, you respond very quickly. That's quite convenient for me. I'm not... I'm not sure what was going through your head when you decided to raise the ire of the Rogue Island Police, Mirage Monarch. This runs directly counter to your directions to reduce your profile. You have, however, managed to keep the eyes of the police off all our activities, perhaps even Arachnos themselves. Because of this, I will not request that our faceless benefactor disqualifies you this time. The Heart of Darkness Rogues Contest. Skeletons in your warehouse. It is now time for the trials to begin. This shall be the first of several competitive events that will be used to gauge your strengths and potentially call the weak. Let us hope for your sake that you're not the first to be called. That will never happen. Where does this trial begin? While you and the rest were avoiding the eyes of Arachnos, I have put into motion all the situations you will encounter and be judged by. You and the others will return to the impromptu training ground and utilize the registration terminal to begin the competition. The first one to the finish line will be determined as the winner of round 1. Oh, and you may wish to hurry. You see, the competition has already begun. See, this is what I've been telling you guys all along. You need to make sure to triple slot flight. Because how else can you get to the competitions really quickly? It's super important. Am I right? Yeah, you know I'm right. Flying through the glorious mount buildings here at Rogue Isle. We have been talking about the EverQuest legendary, whatever it's called, server that's going to be opening up in a few months. The new way to play EverQuest. And it looks very interesting. It's going to be very, very solo friendly. It seems like a lot like Homecoming has been to basically City of Heroes. Are any of y'all interested in EverQuest Legends? My week's been very, very busy. Thank you for asking. Oh, I messed with the melee attack. No. Byes. Trial marker. The candidates will register. Upon registration, the rules of the contest will be provided. The candidate will remain still for retinal scan. From the top of the terminal, a device emerges that appears to be a robotic hand with a cylindrical end point. A small hole is in the end of the cylinder, which emits a small laser dot. The robotic hand scans the dot up to your face, reaching the bridge of your nose, and keeps moving upwards past your brow until it stops directly in the center of your forehead. Quickly move away from the laser. You deftly move out of the way of the dot. A split second later, from the cylinder erupts a deadly laser blast where a moment earlier your head was. Upon the screen, the words appear. Analyzing reaction patterns. Dodge rating 0.32. Complacency rating 1.25. Submissiveness rating 5. Identity confirmed. Mirage Monarch. Submissive rating of 5? Is that good or bad? Candidate registration accepted. Message from Dr. Todd Graves directly to Mirage Monarch. Mirage Monarch, once again you have managed to survive this test. However, as before, do not lavish yourself in victory laurels just yet. From this moment forward, your task will be to reach the corresponding terminal found hidden within this compound. Once you've done so, you'll enter the following code, Omega Zero Terminus. The trial will be judged by a benefactor through hidden eyes. You will be judged not only on what place you reach at the end, but also what means you take to reach that end. One final note, you are still under restrictions that prevent you from killing your fellow contestants. Accidents will be fully investigated, and the perpetual of those actions will be disqualified immediately with extreme prejudice. So I gotta find the other terminals before anyone. Why'd it have to be skeletons? I hate skeletons. Can I stick around near you? You can't be serious, Effort. They're not even really skeletons, you know? I don't care, man. I made my first body. Yeah, that's it. I forgot to make a skeleton for it, right? So don't laugh at me. Crosscut left to me, and man, I tell you, that was even creepier than those skeleton guys. You're seriously afraid of skeletons? That's the most ridiculous. Look, man, if you keep making fun of me for that, I'll go back and hang out next to Crosscut. But since he's further ahead of you, it looks like you'll have to beat both of us, okay? On the other hand, you can shut up while mocking me, and I'll chill out with you, giving you a better chance at winning this round. See where I'm going with this? Very well. You say Crosscut was up ahead? Yeah, he's around the corner fighting some of those skeleton dudes. He didn't really seem like he was in a rush, though. To be honest, I think he was more interested in playing with him than actually winning this round. Then I'll encourage him to keep up the good work. Yeah, so EverQuest, you probably have heard of EverQuest. And it's, yeah, it is definitely kind of an interesting thing that they're doing here. So the story here is, of course, EverQuest has been out for a long time. They're still coming up with expansions, I believe, for the original EverQuest, and there's EverQuest 2. I'm not very familiar with exactly what their state is of those two games and all that other jazz. I know EverQuest has a lot of controversy going on because they do have this shop where you can basically pay to win, so to speak, and that makes a lot of people unhappy, but not if they have a lot of money. I guess those people are happy. And whatnot. I was hoping those would last longer. Okay. Anyway. Trick Crosscut into following you. I've been trying to get them to say trick or treat for the past hour, and not one of these little spookies will play along. Now, whatever am I to do with my nifty trick I planned for them? I'm afraid to ask, what was the trick? I have this earpiece that lets me talk over the unused intercom system. It's like the little bird that sits in your windowsill that tells you that you tell all your secrets to. But this little bird tells your secrets to everyone here. My trick was to tell everyone my secrets, some of my dirty, dirty secrets. Can I tell you my secrets, Mirage Monarch? Oh, please, please let me breathe my secrets into your ear. If you give me that earpiece and tell me how to use it, I'll think about it. Ooh, I would like telling them to you. Just me and you, alone, sharing my secrets with you. Here is the earpiece. All you do is say your secrets into the mic. Then when you think it's the perfect time to drip your secrets inside everyone, you just say, open wide. You'll first need to override the system, but that should be easy enough. Now let me think. What secret should I tell you? Maybe I'll tell you about the bad things I've done with the seatbelts or with the doggy door. Ah, the retirement party. I've never told anyone where all of them went. Yes, that one. I said maybe I'll let you. Remember that Crosscut? Anyways, so EverQuest has, some controversy, whatever. It also has a number of private servers. One of those private servers, I think, is called like The Legend Begins or Hero's Journey. And on that server, they basically recreated the original game, or maybe with the first few expansions, I don't know. But the base game, let's call it, with a lot of rules friendly to solo players, right? You can actually run 3 classes at once on your character using all the skills. And just other ways that increases the power. So you could basically solo most of the content. Or duo it or whatever. Because normally with EverQuest you would have to group up, of course. So then but then last year whoever runs EverQuest sued them and had them shut it down. And it became clear, well, they sued them and took them a while to go through the lawsuit, but it became kind of clear why later on, because they had their own plans to open up their own version of that. And it pretty much does the same thing. So, but it'll be official. And you know me, I'd much rather play an official server than a private one that's not been officiated. Find the marker before the others do. Did the marker just appear at the end? I am here to confirm the winner for the first round, and as you can see, Dollface has beaten each of you to the finish line. All that is left for the winner to register their name at the endpoint marker. Stop right there! I do not know what you mean to accomplish by delaying the inevitable, Mirage Monarch, but Dollface is clearly the winner. If you attempt to stop her by force, I respond in kind and disqualify you from the event. I know the rules, Graves. I just want to congratulate her by saying open wide. Open wide? What foolish nonsense is... Let's see here. There's messages going along in the background, but it's really hard to read them, and I'll try to catch up here. Let's see here. I think it's right. Let's see. Omnicore. I do not know what you did to make this happen, Mirage Monarch, but when I find out, I will have you disqualified. Then I will kill you. I am perplexed by where this message came from, Dr. Graves says. Well, it seems that all the other contestants have finally made it to the end. However, you are all too late. Dollface, do you think Omnicorp will listen to that message? Oh, that's everyone else, and I got here first. I'm a little confused. Open wide, what foolish nonsense. It looks in the direction of the speakers. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, but it's a secret. Dr. Graves quickly looks at Dollface. Well, looks like you got a lot of cars, Dollface. You better hurry up and get them. I've no involvement with that message in any way or form. Dr. Graves turns his eyes on you. Have I good in mind who might be responsible for that highly coincidental announcement? I'd love to hear your thoughts, but first I'm going to win. Okay, I'm completely confused by this. I've run this several times. I've never been able to figure out what this is trying to convey here. If you know, let me know in the chat or the comments. But I have no clue what just kind of unraveled here. And it doesn't help that you got like this text popping up. Now I have the NPC dialog box open right here. Yeah, and there's some good conversation that sometimes happens in the chat, like up here, but it's hard for me to read that and talk to them and fight at the same time. It's just too much. The way that they convey, information during the game can be very, very confusing. Or dialogue during the game can be very, very confusing. But even when I go back and read it over again, I don't know what exactly winner, that's me. I'm gonna go get all my new cars. So she went out to get the cars. Great. I have no clue. I have no clue exactly what's going on here, but alright, enter victory code. Type Omega Zero Terminus. Round 1 victor, Mirage Monarch. Looks like the round is over, Graves. We've been double-crossed. You want our money, you zombie freak, and the cars. Well, hey, I leveled up, so there's that. So I'm a little confused as to what would happen there in round 1. I think there's supposed to be some double-crossing going on or something, but the way that the whole thing is presented just leaves me confused. To say that I am infuriated by the manner in which you stole the victory out from the clear winner is... Well, let's just say it's an understatement. I was so looking forward to the look on your face when I told you that you had been disqualified. However, it would seem that our benefactor has deemed your actions within the bounds of the contest. Therefore, as much as it pains me to say, you've officially won the first round, Mirage Monarch. The Heart of Darkness Rogues Contest, Villain Without a Plan. You are blessed with a luck like none other. You know that, Mirage Monarch. Were it not for the intervention of our faceless benefactor, I would have disqualified you for the manner in which you stole your victory. However, since it was deemed all right by the one patronizing these proceedings, I must award the winner's spot to you in the first round. That may not be to your liking, as you shall soon see. Let's move on to the next trial, shall we? I can win with my hands tied behind my back. Bring it on, Graves. How fitting you should say that, for it is almost precisely what you'll be experiencing. You see, being the winner in the first round puts you in a rather undesirable position. The next round of the contest will require you to pull off an act of mayhem and discard by your own design. And discord by your own design. The loser of the last round has been given the opportunity to stake claim to a location where they will perform their deed first. You being the winner, you'll pick last. Having given you this list to where the others have chosen to undertake their plans, which your benefactor has provided to you as your prize for winning the first round. Perhaps you can glean some insight from that list that will help you plan your own to outdo theirs. Now go. So it says go to hospital and talk to Crosscut. So now what? Do I have to go and talk to all of them now? I think so. As I fly half a mile away. Yeah. This is probably one mission where it's definitely worth having trial powers for. in the low levels anyways. Ah, my pleasantly plump friend. Do you know how happy I am to see you here? You being so very alone, with that beautiful, lost look in your eyes. Don't even think about it, Crosscut. Oh, I hate to disappoint you, but I already did. I've been thinking about it all day. I do think about it all the time, to be precise. He gazes at you from behind his mask. Can you see the smile it gives me? It's so, so big. Why, it would take up your whole neck to make you smile that big now, wouldn't it? Try it and you'll scream. You were going to say scream, right? Oh, please, please, please tell me you would have said you would scream. My last playthings here in the hospital wouldn't scream for me, and that made me so very, very sad. If you'd be so kind as to put a smile on my face, Mirage Monarch, and I'll be very happy to do the same for you. Wait, you're attacking people here? Here in the hospital? Of course. Where else can you find a place where your broken toys are fixed over and over? You can make a cut, and another, and another, and another, until all those little tendons finally snap. And then, ta-da! All back together, right as rain, as my dear old mother would say. Maybe if I take enough pictures for my photo album, our patron will smile too. You're planning on brutalizing hospital patients to win this round? Oh, there's that too, now that you mention it. Alright, I'll leave you to your games. Now we gotta go talk to Dollface. Oh, it's the bad person who lied and stole my win. You know, just for that, I should tell you these nice arachno people that you kick puppies and old ladies crossing the street. How would you feel if I lied like that, huh? You shouldn't be so gullible, Dollface. Oh, yeah? Well, maybe you're the one who's gullible. Ever think about that? Yeah, I didn't think so. Dollface, you're just being juvenile now. Accept your defeat already. Juvenile? I don't even know what that word means. You think you can outsmart me with your big, fancy vocabulary, huh? Well, I'm changing my plan now. I was going to walk up to these administrators and tell them it'd be a good idea to give me my very own Arachnos flyer. But you know what? Now I'm going to oh, I know, I'm going to tell them you tried to steal my purse. Yeah. And then you're going to be in big trouble. Is that so? You know what they'll say if you tell them that, right? Yeah, I know exactly what they'll say. They'll say, Miss Dollface will send a whole army of cops and find that Mirage Monarch. And then they'll just give me a reward for bringing a mugger to justice. And there'll be like a parade, right, for me. No, they'll throw you in the ocean for not defending yourself. Only the strong survive here. She looks at you in horror. Oh no, really? That's terrible. I don't like swimming. And what with all the slimy fish she's taking a bath in the ocean? Fine, I'll let you win. But I'm still going to fly a helicopter and win this time. And you can't stop me. You go knock yourself out with that. Yeah, the writing in this just, I don't know. It's as bad. Yeah, it's probably as bad, if not worse, than Twin Shot. It is just like, I just like, you're not winning me over here. You're not winning me over. Maybe I'm too old for these jokes or something, but it's not working on me. Oh yeah, hey, what's up, Mirage Monarch? Nice moves back in the trial. So you stole that win, even though you totally punked me. It's all good. I can appreciate a cool move. Yeah, well, good to know you're not playing revenge. Nah, not really. I'm gonna win, so I got no beef with you. Plus, it's getting really boring standing around here waiting for these guys to set sail. I'm talking the big one. All those tiny commuter ferries ain't gonna do it for me. Do what for you? Sinking them. If you only got a couple of dudes on board, what's the point, you know? A good sinking needs to have, I don't know, like a ton of dudes for it to be fun and all. Now that I think about it, I'm thinking I'm going to blow these dudes all the way to the North Pole and get them all stuck in the ice. I think I'll do it by sucking in a lot of, I don't want to hear what you're going to say next. Whoa, chill. I don't know what you think I was going to go with that, but it's probably a lot more exciting than what I was going to say. So look, are you going to work on your master plan for the contest or something? I mean, it's all super cool hanging out with you, you know, getting to know you and all, but wait. Sorry, what I meant to say was like, you're super boring and totally harshing on my groove. Plus, you're scaring away all the ladies. I'll be happy to leave you alone. Yeah, epic writing here. Epic writing. I got you all on the edge of your seats. Tammy's on the edge of her seat right now. So is Grimdark and Willmiller. Everyone's on the edge of their seats. Why are you bothering me, Arch Monarch? Are you here to interfere with my plan the way you stole the first round away from Dollface? No, I'm not worried about you winning. Well, then you're an overconfident fool. I should be the highest on your list of concerns. When I'm done with my master plan, it'll be quite obvious to everyone that I deserve to rule by the side of our hidden patron. You think your silly plan will work? Only the fool laughs in the face of defeat, Mirage Monarch. You don't even know my plan, yet you already feel you've won. You may have won the first round through deceit, but I'll win the next round through superior intellect and careful planning. And skulk around the alleyway like a common trash, right? I will not suffer your insults, Mirage Monarch. I am neither skulking, nor am I associating with the vermin that crawls within these walls. I am waiting for the perfect moment to strike at those smugglers of contraband that will fetch a very high value once I seize it from their grubby hands. And when I've won the contest, I will allow you to come begging on hand and knee for the scraps that are beneath my notice. And I will deny you even that. So you're seriously planning on attacking the entire black market? No, Mirage Monarch. I've already begun doing so even before you swaggered up to me. What I'm doing now is waiting for my homing devices to show me the whereabouts of their wealthiest distributors and hold them for ransom. Once then, I shall buy the black market's inventory and then sell it for a price that pleases me. You do not possess the technological superiority to pull off a plan such as I have, Mirage Monarch. You should try one of those Benovo Labs hologram costumes. Maybe look the part of somebody nearly as smart as I am. Who am I kidding? You'll be in one of Longbow's holding cells within days of me defeating you in this contest. Believe me, I'll see that it happens. Sound the fury, Omnicore. We'll see if you can back it up. So, supposed to go to the Vault Reserve and try formulating a plan, which apparently is not very far away. Oh gosh, even has little signs up front. Vault Reserve. I don't remember seeing this sign here before. I wonder if that's new. Hello, Mirage Monarch. Please step forward so you don't clog the entrance. The storage compartments are located in the room behind me. Your invention salvage will be safe here. Please feel free to visit our locations in the Greater Rogue Islands. Have a wonderful day. I didn't even know you could put your invention origins here. Is that like a thing? Oh yeah, you can save up to 80 of them. On top of like the 100 so you can carry on anyways. What am I supposed to be doing again? I already forgot what I was supposed to do. Now that you've stalked out the Vault Reserve building, it is time to put together your plan. I would expect... What is that? A longbow based? You must be stark raving mad to do something. No, I misspoke. That is a wonderful idea. The Heart of Darkness Rogues Contest. Longbow goes boom. I will not be the one to stop you from getting yourself killed, Mirage Monarch. If you wish to walk into a longbow base without any army backing, you hear a sharp ringing in your ears that drowns out all other sounds. A calm voice rises above the cacophony, speaking to you. Wait until nightfall. It will be arranged to leave only a skeleton crew on staff. There'll be explosives hidden away in a crate waiting for you. Use them to destroy the base. What explosives? I'll do it, but where are they? The ring subsides as soon as it appears. Idea! What explosives you're blabbering on about, Mirage Monarch? It would seem as if you don't fully work through your plan. It'll be a shame to no longer see your face in the competition, but I will say, you may very well gain a great deal of respect from your fellow prisoners in the Zig. Let us both see what the future holds, shall we? Your next round of your trial begins now. Okay. So we got stuff going on there. Switch on my headpiece there because I'm running out of battery juice. Up, up, and away! Hid away until nightfall as your mysterious advisor suggested. From what you can tell, there's only a skeleton shift guarding the base. Take out the witnesses and find the explosives. Try not to fall back into the water. Oh, there's a supervisor right there. First person I kind of get a hold of. One supervisor down. Oh, goodness gracious. God, that front-loaded supervisor's here. Make sure there isn't another front-loaded supervisor right here in the beginning area. Oh, there he is right there. I guess they're all right here at the beginning. Find the explosives in the base. Oh, this has all been pretty easy so far. It's like all right here. Defeat the interception team before they warn the others. Now, I have no idea if they're coming from further in the base or further up here. I mean, the one thing we'll kind of know for certain you would think is they'd be the group that's on the move. Where is this so-called intercept team? Huh. I'm gonna run really fast now. The only problem is they're going to show up and they're going to like stab me in the back because they'll probably see right through my invisibility. Defeat the intercept team before they warn the others. Blow up the longbow base. Why don't we just start beating people up, I guess? Okay. Still not seeing an intercept team. Longbow Sergeant. Aha! Interception Alpha Team. Hello, Mr. Interception Guy. Hopefully you're just like a team of one. Okay, that didn't do the trick. So we'll just clear out this whole room then if that's what it takes. No, my headache. Defeat Interception Team Bravo. Now, if it's just another group that's like randomly spawning somewhere in this big base, it kind of implies they could be anywhere. Don't see anything new there. So we'll go ahead and look through and looking for Interception Team Bravo. It's probably just further on in the dungeon. Maybe that's the whole thing. You're supposed to like just work your way through the dungeon and find these things. God, I like that superior invisibility, man. Longbow Bravo. There we go. Longbow Bravo. He's our man. If he can't do it, nobody can. Go Bravo. He's got a big migraine. Plant the bombs. Activate the terminal bomb, something or other. Activate the bombs at a remote terminal. Place gets a little claustrophobic back here. This terminal appears to control a number of circuitry pathways throughout the building. With a little coaxing, you can reroute the power to your bombs. With enough of a delay accounted for, you should be able to set the bombs and to explode and still get out of the building. Hack the terminal. You finish the hacking the terminal, you hear footsteps approaching. You look behind you. Before you leave, it is time that we finally talked. You have done well, Mirage Monarch. Even with my assistance, assaulting a longbow base is no so small task. Scirocco, you're the person behind all of this? I am not. Your benefactor's identity remains a mystery to us both. However, do not take that despite your pains to the contrary. However, do note that despite your pains to the contrary, Arachnos has taken notice of this contest. Lord Recluse does not allow anything to happen within his city unless he's given his allowance for it to proceed. You and yours are in direct defiance of his wishes. So you're giving me the explosive to blow myself up? Do not presume that I think as you do, Mirage Monarch. I am not so low as to defeat you through subterfuge. If I wish you dead, I would stand before you, sword in hand. No, I set you up for success so that you may win this contest that you're taking part in. And as you continue to win, you'll provide me with the information I seek. What is it that you're looking for? Your curiosity surpasses your station, Mirage Monarch. I do not wish to divulge my motives at this time, and it is not necessary that I do so. All you need to know at this point is that you are to continue your role in the game, all the while attempting to unveil the mask of the one truly behind it. Of course, you can always decline. If you do, I believe your chances of escaping from this base alive would drop considerably. I see. All right, Scirocco, I'm in. Arachnos appreciates your cooperation. Now go back to your coordinator and instruct him to look at the smoke on the horizon. Word will be spread that you were solely responsible for this. You'll be contacted in the future for further instructions. And remember, Mirage Monarch, I am personally watching you. So 56 minutes for a whopping 3 reward merits. Thank you. Woo! That's why I say I hate things that have such low rewards that take an hour. And I'm not sure. There is some interesting twist, and I do kind of wonder who this benefactor is. So I say, like, I like it a little bit better than Twin Shot, I suppose, but it's still painful at times. I do not know how on earth you were able to do what you did, Mirage Monarch. Were it not for numerous eyewitness reports of you being the one to escape from the base moments before it blew, I would suspect you of trickery. It would seem you have won this round as well. Do not look so smug, Mirage Monarch. The next set of trials will not be so easy. So, and that is it for Dr. Graves. Now we did hit level 23. Which, number one, means I really need to upgrade these enhancements. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. It's going to cost me about $1 million, just like it did on Mirage Monarch. I mean, on Fallout Queen. Well, let's go to the Arbiter and train up. Yeah, it'd be nice if he remembered, like, the thing he was involved with me earlier and made a comment and stuff. Sadly, not the case. Alright, so I need another flight. And another flight. And another flight and another damn night from you. Another flight, another damage. Another flight, another damage. Yeah, that's the flight. And that's the damage. So put that in the flight, so I fly in faster, and we put this in the damage. And I think we're just about done for tonight, for that video. But for those of you watching the YouTube video on demand, let me know what you think. If you enjoy these Mirage Monarch read-alouds, with my occasional cranky comments in between, let me know down in the comments below. I always appreciate it, of course. That's what keeps me going on these. And that was Rogue's Contest, The Heart of Darkness #1. So thank you guys so much on the YouTube video on demand. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, may God bless you.